As we come into the masculine and feminine retreat, I wanted to share with you a story, something that happened in my life almost 20 years ago. But it had me know that this strange concept of masculine and feminine energy was really real. So, one of the things that we do in the masculine and feminine retreat is that we look at masculine and feminine embodiment. We look at what are those authentic energies in us. Most of us have a predominant energy. And so we want to begin to feel like or feel what it is like to live in our body in that energy. And so there's a place and a time in the retreat that we practice. How does it feel to stand as the masculine or as the feminine? How does it feel to move, to walk across a room or through a parking lot or even in the grocery store? It's a great place to practice our masculine and feminine embodiment. And we also talk about what does it when we're speaking from masculine and feminine energy. And that's the story I wanted to tell you because when I learned masculine and feminine dynamics 20 years ago, there were no coaches, there were no programs, there was conversation, there were a few books, and I got introduced to it and I realized it explained my life, my misery and my success, my sexual issues and my divorce, as well as who I was attracted to. And so I discovered it, and this one particular woman coached me around how I spoke. Some of you may know I'm an electrical engineer by degree, oil and gas, high tech, Houston, Texas, 90s, good old boys. I could do masculine energy. And so she was working with me on my voice, and it didn't really make any logical sense to me. But she'd said different things many, many, many times. And so I'm in an upset with my beloved. We are actually driving on the freeway, which is not where I recommend having an upset, but we were. And I was talking and justifying my point, and I heard Judy May's voice in my head. That was the woman that was helping me. And I heard her voice. It still made no sense to me. But I thought, I'm going to finish what I'm saying. I'm going to let him talk. And the next time I talk, I'm going to try to see if I can do this thing she's talking about. So he talks. And I take a deep breath and I speak my next sentence from the feminine. And he stops me mid-sentence. He literally looked at me and said, "What the heck did you just do? Because you are more attractive to me in this moment than you've been in months." I changed how I spoke a sentence, half a sentence. And he knew the difference. His attraction went like this. And so, yes, thumbs up. Zoom likes to make thumbs up emojis. So, but it skyrocketed because I aligned with my authentic self. So we have no idea, most of us, the potency of the subtlety of masculine and feminine embodiment. And so I invite you to consider how the unconscious dynamics of the masculine and feminine might be playing out in your life. And if it's something you want to explore, it is why I walk the planet. After that event is when I committed to leave corporate so that no other, and this is how I said it at the time, no other women had to go through the pain that I went through as a woman. No other men had to go through the pain that I put men through being the woman that I was. And it is really now, I speak about it across the gender spectrums, across the masculine and feminine spectrums, because we all have those energies. And every single one of us gets to discover how those energies ignite or dampen the attraction and the chemistry in our relationships, including when we argue. So I leave you with the possibility that the subtlest of shifts could dramatically change your love life. Blessings, sweet souls.